Hey guys, and welcome. We got another review. That's right, review Crawl. If you have not seen the movie, well, I'm gonna let you know. Is it worth watching? At least in my opinion, if it's worth watching, I'll let you know. So Crawl, it's a creature feature. Alligators, basically, set in Florida during a hurricane. This daughter has to go find her father because he's not picking up his call. So, you know, the whole backstory. They give a backstory between the father and daughter. She was raised as the competitive swimmer. They have a falling out, of course. They don't show what the falling out was, but they mention it a little bit. And then her other sister, you know, has issues with it, and also their mom is marrying some other guy, and so there's tension between everybody. So that's pretty much the basis for their issue between him and her, and between actually everybody. They don't show the wife; they just show the one daughter and the other daughter on phone. That was it. And then Barry Pepper, who plays the father in this movie, he was the one that was in Saving Private Ryan. He was the sharpshooter, and he was also in the Knockaround Guys. So basically, he's going to. She has to go get him before the hurricane hits. Well, obviously, she doesn't. She can't. She gets a house, and he's stuck down in the house that they were going to sell, their childhood home, and the movie is really solid. I mean, the writing was really solid for a creature feature. If you've seen any kind of creature feature, I'm talking about Eight-Legged Freaks, Lake Placid. There's so many like movies based on like Sharknado or something like that. Those are like the cheesy ones. Piranha, that's a super cheesy one. But there are some like creature feature movies that are really good, that are not too silly and not too serious. They just, it's kind of in between. This is more on the serious side with little levity here and there, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. Where it's like okay, now they're going all out, rural, kind of like crazy. They do have a couple moments where it's kind of like the CGI in the movie wasn't. I don't know. It seemed a little off the way that they had the alligator move. It was a little off the way it would turn, the way it was moving. I was kind of like, that didn't look realistic enough for me. There was something about it that just didn't sit right with me. That was my only problem with this movie, was the CGI movement. The texturing was good, but I think it could have been just a little bit better to be more believable. But it was still solid. But it's just the movements was just a little off. I think it was just when it moved, it just didn't look realistic, if you know what I mean. If you've seen a real alligator on land, the way it moves and runs, it moves the way as fast as it moves, it just didn't look believable. It didn't look like that. If you ever seen any of that, if you've ever seen any of the, nature films, it just didn't look like that. It looked a little bit, it looked fake. It looked like it moved a little bit too fast. It's the way that its body kind of shifted its weight. That was my problem with it. But other than that, the movie was pretty solid. The story was simple, easy. It wasn't overly done. Like, oh my god, these creatures have been a part of a science experiment and they're on a rampage and they've just went ape shit for no reason. No, they're actually a solid reason, and there was a reason that I guess at the beginning of the movie, before I even saw it, before the movie started, I go, I bet you there's a reason why, and this is what's going on. And I was right. So the whole movie is basically the dad's downstairs, and when she finds him, he's all messed up. He got bitten by an alligator. She had seen him already. This sucker's pretty big. It's pretty massive. They're in the bottom of the house under a crawl space, so it was a pretty. He was a pretty big sized one. Not too gigantic, but like a good sized alligator that you would find anywhere in the swamplands. But we see one, and also we see another one. I'm like, okay, there's two of them now. Shit's about to go down. And so, as far as the movie goes, the plot moved nicely, moved really well. They had to fight against, nature with the animals and the flood. It was just an all around, crunch time for them, basically. For me, the tension wasn't enough for me to make me go like, shit, are they going to make it out alive? Of course they're going to make it alive. But it wasn't that, like, tense for me to be like, oh, man. But there were some moments where I could sit there like, that's just some of those moments just like, oh, fuck, that's gotta hurt. They had a couple moments like that where you're like, oh, fuck. But other than that, no. Jump scares. There was a couple. I didn't jump, but there was a couple of girls sitting a couple rows down in front of me, screamed so loud, and I know they jumped. The only reason I know they jumped is because I saw the top of her head move up. That's the only reason I knew, because I saw somebody move up and I saw her head pop up. But I mean, you know, it's not that big of a jump scare. It was just people, I guess, who are not used to seeing scary movies or kind of like animal movies, I guess, weren't expecting it. But yeah, it was hilarious. But other than that, I say this movie, I would give this movie as far as creature feature films, I'm going to base it on creature feature films, not a movie as other movies. As far as creature feature films, I would give this a solid 4. Solid 4. Lake Placid was a solid movie. If you've never seen Lake Placid, check that movie out. Betty White has one of the coolest lines in the movie. You gotta check that movie out. But yeah, Eight-Legged Freaks is another one. It's a comedy horror. This one doesn't take itself too seriously. It's about giant spiders. It's on Netflix now, so if you have not seen it, check it out. It has a young Scarlett Johansson, David Arquette, and it has, if you ever seen The Resident, it has the doctor in The Resident. He's in it. So definitely a movie you should definitely check out if you into creature features. Now, if you're not into creature feature movies, you might still enjoy it for just for I guess the brutality of some of the scenes. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't really that much gore and stuff like that. It was more of a story based, a little bit of action, a little bit of animal attack. So yeah, if you're not really into it, not into like animal kind of movies like attacking people, don't bother wasting your time. You're not going to enjoy it at all. It's one of those movies that, you know, wait till it's on video or Netflix and you watch it, so you want to spend too much money, you know, going to watch it and be like, I'm disappointed, this wasn't a really good movie. So wait. For all of you guys out there who love these kinds of movies, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth watching. It's not too cheesy. If you're into the cheesy animal kind of movies, this isn't it for you. But if you still like those kind of movies, definitely check it out. But yeah, all in all, I say it's a solid 4 out of 5 for creature feature movies. Let me know if you thought about this movie. Let me know if you liked it. And I'll see you guys around for more. Alright guys, take care. Bye.